1 year, baby. 1 year. We've been doing this for 1 year. What's going on? I appreciate y'all for popping in here and showing love as always. We are live with our 1 year, with a 1 year anniversary show of doing this each and every week, every Thursday, 12 o'clock. Not today. It is actually 7 o'clock, and for a good reason, right? Because I said today is our year-long, well, I don't know how to say it now because it sounds weird. Today is our 1 year anniversary of doing real estate Q&A sessions every single Thursday. So check this out. For every single Thursday for the past year, I've done this show. And if you come in here and you ain't asked no questions, they got the free real estate game. I can't help you. But it's not too late. It's not too late. You can come, you can start getting your real estate advice today. You can start getting your real estate advice today. You can start asking whatever you want today. It's okay. If you missed the last year's worth of episodes and time to show up, hey, it's all good. It's all good. You can start today. Maybe it's the time. Shot, baby. I be at work at 12 o'clock. Or I got my phone locked up, and I don't check. I don't know you do your show at 12 o'clock because I'm at work or whatever the case may be. Excuses are over. It's 7 o'clock today on a Thursday, and I know y'all ain't doing nothing. So I caught y'all at the right time. Yes. Appreciate y'all for popping in. This is real estate Q&A session. Week, I'm not even gonna say week. I'm just gonna say year one and week one. No, that don't sound good. I gotta find a good ring to it. But yes, this is our year-long anniversary of real estate Q&A sessions. Every Thursday, 12 o'clock today. Not 12 o'clock today, 7 o'clock, because I said I'll do something special for the folks that are at work, and I'll just have a later show. But yes, today is a special day. I've been doing this for a year straight, every Thursday. Shout out to me. Shout out to my supporters. Shout out to, actually, don't even shout me out. This is for y'all. I do this for y'all. Folks like Sneaky Fiend been rocking with me since day one. Even Don't Call Me Joe, who just hopped in here, and yes, I'm gonna shout his name out. He's been rocking with me since day one. He showed up the very first episode, and he's been here ever since then. So shout out to you guys, because you guys are why I do this. I show up every Thursday, even Thursday. Look, and I'm not saying I've done this every single day. Look, I want you to understand. The fact that I did this every Thursday for a week, that's a big accomplishment for me, right? Habits are not easily formed. And to make time every single Thursday and not miss. I haven't missed. I ain't missed a week. Check my catalog. Check my catalog. I ain't missed a week. That's a big accomplishment because there's a lot of things that pop up and I deal with on a daily basis, real estate related, that move or shift my schedule. And the one thing that I haven't or allows or makes me have to move something to the next day, the one thing I haven't allowed to be moved is this. Now, been a couple times where I've done like a later show, like, hey, instead of 12 o'clock, I gotta do 8 o'clock, or instead of 12 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock. Y'all been there on those late days, but either way, it's always been on a Thursday, so that's why I'm a happy guy today. Your Sneaker Feed says AA with the dancing emojis. Yes, AA, we are dancing today. Today's a celebration, and it's Thursday, which means tomorrow's Friday. Don't Call Me Joe says, consistency is hard to come by, Chief. This is mad impressive. Thank you. Even if this is just, just a show, like just an IG thing. It's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a big thing. So I appreciate the folks that have been rocking since day freaking one. Yes, even, and I got some things cooking for you guys. But anyway, Joe, you remember my very first episode till now, drastic difference. and kind of like how this thing rolls. And you guys know that, hey, the first time I did this, I was actually this house right here. This house right here, when I started this thing a year ago, I was working in this house, which is the house I actually happen to live in. I was renovating this house. I was renovating it, trying to get it ready, and I wanted to show you guys some of the processes of doing certain things, and I was doing that. I was literally working in here, and then I'd like take a lunch break, and I'd do my IG live, like which is this now, and then I'd go back to doing work. And so it's just crazy. Like you can see the transformation of the house if you go back to some of the earlier episodes, and now the room where it used to be a bunch of dust flying around, hammers and drip, is now my office. This is my office. Let you guys see. Well, I ain't gonna show y'all everything. I ain't showed everybody all the whole house. But anyway, the transformation's been great. So yeah, shout out to you guys. Guys, if you don't know, if you're new to the show, yes, this is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week. I don't even want to say week. This is the 1 year anniversary of Real Estate Q&A Sessions. 1 year. Shout out to 1 year. 1 year anniversary, right? And this is where you come and ask me anything, everything real estate related. I will do my best to answer it. Keep in mind, I am not a guru. I'm just somebody that knows more than your average Joe when it comes to this real estate investing stuff. So you can ask me anything, everything. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. You can ask them right there in the comment section below and or where the question mark is. And for all you newbies, housekeeping rules. Hey, I don't ask you guys to sign up for anything. I don't ask you guys. Well, I might ask you guys to sign up for something. Maybe. At some point in time. But no, you guys don't have to pay for this, right? I volunteer my time every week for the past year. I've been volunteering my time to come kick it with you guys for free. I don't ask you guys for any money. I don't ask you guys for any handouts or anything like that. Besides one thing, which is sharing the show. Screenshot of me right now. I don't care how I look or mid talking, whatever. Screenshot me, post to your story, and let folks know what we're doing each and every week, just because that's how we get more value in here. We want more people in here. Now, obviously, yeah, we'd like 100 people in here, but if I only got 5 people in here, I don't care. But if one of those 5 people are new and they ask a question that nobody else thought to ask prior, then guess what? Guess what you get? You get free game, you get free knowledge, because I'm going to answer that question the best way I can. And if you get something out of it, hey, there you go. That's what happens. That's the magic of bringing new people in. See? You get what I'm saying? You get where I'm going with this? So, screenshot me, post to your story, let folks know what we're doing. Not only because of that, but also because it's 1 year. It's the 1 year anniversary, and I know I said I was going to do a whole... This is how y'all know I keep it completely funky with y'all now. I'm really authentic, right? I don't play a role when I do this. Like, this is really... I keep it funky with y'all. I don't sugarcoat shit. None of that stuff, right? So, so you guys know that I've been hyping, hey, 1 year's coming up. I'm going to do this, do that. Guess what? I ain't got nothing for y'all. I ain't got nothing for y'all this week. Look. I ain't got nothing for y'all. I'm sorry. I was like, yeah, it's going to be this grand show. I ain't got nothing for y'all. I'm sorry. It ain't even that I'm sorry. I just... Listen. I'm busy. I'm busy. I'm sorry. Look, let me tell y'all what I got going on. I got a house that just sold. I just sold a flip a couple days ago. I just bought another duplex a couple days ago. I have another house that I'm flipping that I'm supposed to be listing any day now, so I'm trying to finishing touches with the guys, right? I got another house that I'm renovating for a client. I'm renovating his master bedroom and bathroom. I have another house. Listen, enough. You get what I'm saying? There's enough work going on in my life with all these damn houses that, yes, I did make this say, yeah, the show's going to be grand, but over the last week, I'm sorry, I haven't been able to get to do anything outside of prepping for this new house that hits the market and making sure these other couple of houses have crew and bodies in them working, and for my clients that have renovations. You see what I'm saying? And plus, I'm planning a conference. I'm planning a big-ass conference. Cat's out the bag. I'm planning a big ass conference. Hold on. Oh, who is this? Oh, this is my boy Mike. Hold on. Get my boy Mike on here. Everybody that's in here, don't call me Joe's, Ashton, C. Rich, Real Estate Goals, Estoy, Lexi, Joel, what's going on, Christina?
Yeah.
Mike Allen, what's going on, man?
What up, bro?
What up, man? Oh
What's
my
going on with
gosh, man, your beard's huge and mine's still the same. Last time you saw me.
Little baby beard, bro.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I gotta bro, I don't know what it is.
Right. Look,
I'm
it
about
looks
to
slick
give it
though,
up.
man.
Yeah, man. I'm
So
about
what's
to
up,
give it
man? Wanted to just hop on, man, and see if I could give any assistance to you, man. If
Oh yeah.
you know me, man. I'm raw, man. I'm straight. So if you want hear the nitty gritty, man, you know I'll shoot you straight with it.
Oh yeah. Well, guess what you can do? You can tell us how. Boy, hey, look, you can give us some insight on that stop work order from last week.
Man, so do
Hold
you
on,
want to hear
hold
the
on, hold on,
story
hold
or
on.
my thought process of it? That's the
Ah,
thing.
okay. I want to get this. I want to get the story. Give us the story. And guys, we were talking about stop work orders last week. Mike got one. If you don't know what a stop work order is, it's when you guys are doing renovation projects and you will go to the house and you have this big yellow sign or orange sign that says stop work or get this $1,500 fine or whatever. Don't do no more work. Basically, it's the city saying stop everything. You're done. So
Yeah.
Mike got one last week. Go ahead, brother.
So you want me to drop some names, or you want me to keep everyone clean, bro? Because you know I'll drop some names.
I kind of do I know them?
You'll know my main. You know who my main GC was, right? It's kind of on him.
Yeah. Oh. You know what? That's
I'll be in a minute.
that's not surprising. But go ahead. All
All right. So basically, what had happened was my OGC, who kind of gave me my start in flipping.
Yeah.
He hooked me up, right? He was super cool. But he was just like, hey, I would knock out this house for you, just kind of stay out of my way. And I like that, right? Because dude, I say it all the time. I'm not good with construction. I don't know my numbers, right? Like, I just don't, right? I kind of know what
Yeah.
basic things cost, right? Oh, kitchen would be between 7 and 10, depending on how much counter space you got and things like that. But the nitty gritty stuff, I can't really, I just don't know, bro. I mean, it is what it is. So he knocked out 5 houses for me last year, which is great, man. Yeah, man.
I agree. Yo, Mike,
Dude,
hey, look, hold on. When it comes to and that's why it's important for everybody that's watching. If you get a good GC or a good, your crew will make money.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Ultimately, the main thing was taking action, right? The first house here, I literally, my wife and I talked about it. I took the last $6,000 we had, and I had to borrow money from someone to close on this house, and took the risk, right? So I had everything lined up. So he knocked out 5 houses for me. And in my opinion, why I hire a GC is to not have headaches, right? I don't want to deal with the minutia of handling subcontractors and all that. I'm okay paying the premium, right? If it's 5, 10, or 15, I don't care. I ain't gonna be mad if we're making money, right? As long as it works for me, we're good. Yeah. And that's kind of how it was. The issue was this guy is known for working really, really quick, which to me, I'm like, hell yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
The issue was that comes with headaches, right? You definitely get what you pay for in the contractor space, and long story short, there's just red flags that just kept coming up. Red flags with pretty much everything. So after the 5th house, I just kind of called it quits with them, right? It was nothing, it was nothing crazy. I just didn't want to use them anymore. Just moving on, right? I wouldn't call it a partnership by any means, but partnerships only last about 12 to 18 months, right? So it was kind of at that threshold, and we just kind of moved on. So, and I had met a subcontractor at his job that came up and introduced himself to me and was just like, hey, Mike, I don't work for this guy, right? He hires me sometimes. My brother works for him. If you need any help with anything, let me know. Didn't think anything of it. And in the meantime, that was on my second house flip. So it wasn't anything like really, really quick that happened between me and him. My mom asked me for some
Yeah.
help with something. I sent her this guy. She said he did good. Later on, actually this past like 3 months ago, he like came and did my bathroom, right? Because my OGC wanted to do big jobs, right? So I'm like, did my
I'm
bathroom? And
aware.
he was like, sure, sure, man, I'll do your bathroom. And he did a really good job, knocked it out in like 3 days for me because we only have one bathroom here, so he needed to be quick. Yeah, he took care of it. He did good. I was like, bro, you gonna do my backsplash? Yeah, he did good. And I was like, I'm kind of in the market for a guy to knock out some renos for me. And I was like, dude, would you
Yeah.
be interested? And he's like, yeah, man, I'd love to do it. And then, I buy my next flip, get it all lined up, and I start getting text messages from my old GC calling me slimy, and I was stealing his employee. He's like, I don't care if you don't like my work or we work too fast, but when you call my employees and take them, I take the offense to that. And I'm like, man, that doesn't make much sense. If I don't like your employees, why would I steal your workers, right? Like it just
Yeah.
doesn't really add up for me. So, so long story short, I hired the new GC anyway.
Of course.
We're rocking and rolling, right? He was doing good, and he was actually more expensive than my old GC. So it's not like it was like a saving money thing or anything like
Yeah.
that. He didn't poach me for my old GC. I didn't steal him, right? It was just like
It's just a
we
mutual thing.
yeah,
Like
dude,
y'all just
we saw a good fit. We saw a good fit, and we made it happen. So in the
yeah.
meantime, he's calling me slimy, vaguely threatening that, hopes the house goes well for me and all this and that. And I'm like, and I'm not giving him grief. I'm like, listen, if you prove he's your W-2 employee, you're right, man. I'll back off. Like, you're totally right. In the meantime, this conversation's over if you can't prove it. Like, he has his own MHIC. He was your subcontractor. And that was it. And he was like, well, you should have at least called me and asked me. And I'm like, well, why, dude? Like, he doesn't work for you.
It
He,
doesn't
he,
work for you, bro. Like
he doesn't work for you. He's not a slave, right? So I mean, maybe I'm looking at it wrong. That's just not how I view it, man. Like if someone came and took him from me, right, I wouldn't even be mad at him. I'd be happy for him. Like, dude, if you're getting more consistent work and you're getting more money, who am I to tell you that if you think that route is better, who am I to tell you otherwise, man? If anything, I would be like, okay, why was he so quick to jump ship from me? Was I not paying him enough? Was I not paying him fast
true.
enough?
True.
Was I derogatory? You know what I mean? So I kind of
True.
look at it differently. That's just how I look at it. So long story short, my OGC is like driving by this house, taking pictures of my new GC, sending it to him, driving by,
How did
honking at
he
my
how did he how
workers.
did he how did he how did he know
So
that address?
so I put it up on social media, right? Like I like to get, some recognition for it because the more I do, the more deals that come in my inbox, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time it's tire kickers, but
Did you
I've
show
gotten
you showed
deals
him
that
the
way.
actual
So I said the street name, and it was like a wholesale deal that was going around. So all I had to do was search it, right? And in the vague text messages, he was basically like,
yeah.
I hope 4704 Hazelwood goes as well for you as the other ones we did. And I'm like, sounds like a threat, bud. But anyway, was rolling with the punches, rolling with the punches. He drove by one day like 8 times, honking at my workers. I got a picture of him driving by.
Are you
And
serious?
yeah, so someone was like, well, he got an office, nearby. And I'm like, dude, I don't care who you are. You're not going back to your office 8 times in a day. And it was by like 2 or 3 o'clock. So it wasn't like he was running appointments coming back. Like your appointments aren't 10 minutes and they weren't all 5 minutes away. So again, I'm just kind of like rolling with the punches, rolling with the punches. And I never put anything out there about it. I was just kind of like laying low.
Yeah.
We knocked out, we knocked out what we needed to do. Drywall's going up. Drywall's all up, getting ready to be mudded. Bam, stop work order on the door. So so I got the guy out, and basically I have to pull a framing inspection, electrical, HVAC, and plumbing. So
Hold
and
on. Did you catch the inspector before he issued the fine? Did you get away from the
no,
fine?
well, so I didn't get a fine, right?
Okay. It,
I just got to stop because here's what happened. I called because like, this is my first time going through, right? So I don't know,
yeah. Yeah.
but it's good to learn the process. So I basically called him and I was like, this is kind of weird. I was like, no inspector knocked on the door, no one came
Yeah.
inside. So I'm just kind of confused
There's
on
no trash
how.
outside.
Right? And she was like, oh, well, someone called and left an anonymous tip, and I'm like, hmm.
Mm.
God, I'm like an anonymous tip. Right. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, how would they know? You know what I mean? And I make it a point to go introduce myself to the
To the
neighbors and let them know who
neighbors.
I am, what I'm doing, and if there's any issues, let me know what's
Yeah.
going on. My GC is actually like patching the neighbor's like garage roof for free, right? So it definitely
We know it's
wasn't
not the
him,
neighbors.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it was definitely him, and like, I could be mad about it, and I definitely am. But ultimately, it's going to improve my skill set. It's going to give me more tools for the toolbox. So when this does happen again, I'll be able to handle it this time.
It
So
ain't even gonna happen again. It ain't
yeah,
even gonna happen again, bro.
man,
Like
yeah. I
I,
mean,
when I
lessons learned. So I'm
when
sure
I
you've dealt
lived,
with that before too.
yeah, but it's been actual neighbors. Um, I've gotten I think three in total. Two on my stuff, one for like a client, like, and the two that I had for like my stuff. No, I didn't pull permits, but like the first one was bullshit. And I told you, I think I said it last week. They literally like this house. They literally like knocked on the door and nobody was home, and so the lady looked through the third floor, which is above here, and saw like exposed, like saw the exposed brick and was like, "Oh, it must be some construction going on there."
No. No. But everything in my case though, everything was blocked. All the doors were blocked, all the windows
Yeah,
were
like
blocked, right? So I
I
mean,
know how
it's
it go. When you go when you ride dirty, you like, okay, guys, no trash outside, cover the windows.
yeah. I mean, my guy
Yeah,
knew, right? Like, dude, I was mad, right? Like I was like ready to hunt this dude down. Like I was looking for his office, and Megan, my
yep.
mom and her and my GC were all like, he's just a sad man, like, don't do anything stupid and blah blah blah. And I wanted to throw all of this out there, right? And just be like, hey,
Mm-mm,
I
mm-mm,
cannot prove that he did this. I can't
mm-mm.
prove it, but here are the details. So instead of
Yeah,
doing that, you saw what I did, right? I was just like, shout out to whoever did it, right? And
yeah.
people knew, right? Dude,
The very first comment under there, I was like, oh yeah, I know who this is. I know exactly who this is.
so, dude, I had people that I've never talked to before that are in real estate, like, God, I forget their names, but they would message me and they would say his name, and I'm like, how do you know? They're like, because I think I'm next, right? So apparently that's kind of his MO is
That
you,
is,
you make
yes,
him upset, he calls the permit people on you. So I did kind of put a dig at him in there. I don't know if anyone caught it, but basically he plays an instrument, and I put that instrument on the end of it. So if you know what he plays, like it's him. And I know he saw it, man, and
yeah,
he's
of
just
course he
he's
did.
just upset about it, and
Listen,
like I
listen,
said,
bro.
it's one of the things you got to roll with the punches.
Yeah, listen. When it comes to guys like that, you don't give them no satisfaction,
Yeah,
right? Like
exactly.
here's where it's gonna help you, right? Now, like where you came in and was like, okay, this is what I'm not good at. Like this now forces you to get good at, right? Or
One
at
hundred
least
percent.
or at least just be average, or just have some wherewithal,
Yeah. Hmm.
because that's ultimately going to make like your whole business a lot more
Better.
better.
One
Oh,
hundred percent, dude.
bro, that is how I got
Yeah, Dan,
here.
dude, you were the one that kind of convinced me to like do it, right? Like I was working for someone for acquisitions. You were like, Mike, F that, bro. Like you could do it. You could do it.
You can
I
do
remember
it.
coming home that day and telling Megan, and she was like, you need to hang out with Rashad more. And then,
Yeah, man. But
sure
no,
shit,
like
man, it
that
happened. So
happened. That happened for a good reason. One, you leave, you doing your own thing, but the first five that you knocked out, like that, you gotta understand. A lot of new people don't even get to five. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
the
yeah,
reason why they even go into doing what you tried to do or what you did is to get like to get that how do you call it, foundation, that
yeah. Yep,
foundation
one
money.
hundred percent.
You know what I'm
Yep,
saying? So you can
yep.
go do what you got to do. And so like think about it like this: you knocked out five rehab in like 4 or 5 months. You're okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're okay. You can transition to this, you can transition to do that. And so now it's like, all right, I've seen the process. Now I know what I need to get good at. I can just refine that. You know how to
Yeah.
find deals.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like I don't want to be an expert in everything in real estate, right? Like
Yes.
I'm really good at finding crappy, ugly houses and talking to sellers and convincing them to
Yes.
sell it to me for a discount, right? Like, so as long as I know just enough to get me by. So like my new GC, I thought the rehab was going to be around like 65 or so. It's going to
Yeah.
end up running me closer to like 78.
Okay.
And that was just because he didn't want to do the electrical stuff. Not that he
In
can't do it,
house.
but but yeah, so not that he didn't know how to do it. He was just like, look, he was like, I don't know what's going to happen with crazy. He was like, so I kind of, want to have a licensed electrician do it, right? So I know an electrician. He's a little bit pricier, but he's really good work. Everything's up to code.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and he'll hook me up with some things too.
Yeah.
So then 78.
Yeah.
But the thing was, I ran my numbers off 245, and it's looking like a 270 sell price. So it kind of works out, right? And that's kind of what I've learned is, if you mess up on one end or you over exaggerate on one end, it just kind of all balances out. And I
It
think like
does.
the main thing, it always does. Like I always overestimate my closing cost, or my holding cost is always like 6 months and it's
Yeah.
gone in 3, right? So it always kind of plays itself out. And it's just kind of how I've been doing it. So man, I think the main thing for anyone that's like watching that hasn't got into it, man,
Yeah.
is 100%, dude. Just like make a calculated decision, right? Because everyone wants like foolproof investing or foolproof, like whether it's stocks or crypto or real estate, man. Like it's not without risk, right? You just
Yeah.
you make educated decisions and you move on. Like I didn't have a coach, right? I had friends, I had a
Yeah.
mentor, but I didn't have anyone I paid for. So you just gotta,
That's how you do it. That's how you
yeah,
do it. You gotta
yeah,
like with the calculated risk. I mean, okay, so even on the front end, right? And I learned this in a like I took a development course in the winter, and these guys are running like pro formas for like 200, 300, 500 unit apartments and shit like that. So very different from what we're doing. And
yeah,
the guy was telling me, he was like, look, at the end of the day, these pro formas are all like Exceled out, huge calculate, just crazy, stuff. And so the guy was like, look, he said at the end of the day, like this shit is still a guess. Like
yeah,
like you
yeah,
can put all these numbers in his calculator at the development level of 500 units, or you could come up with a budget for a single family home for a rehab, and at the end of the day, it's still a guess,
yeah.
right?
It's just more numbers, right? So like
Yeah,
so like the difference between calculating a single family house for a rental and a 10 unit, it's just a couple extra zeros, right? That's all
that's
it
it.
is.
That's it.
So,
That's
um,
it.
dude, 100% totally agree, man.
And the rehabs never. I've been
Yeah.
overestimating lately just because of
Yeah.
everything being. But
Well,
like my
the
last
lumber
two,
is
I've gotten
killing everything.
into. Bro, it's just I've stayed away from large rehabs. I've been staying away from them, bro. The lumber,
Yeah,
the lumber price is crazy.
yeah,
Lumber prices is crazy. Like the last two that I've done, I've literally like, all right, I'm gonna overestimate, and then when I get in there, I'm like, oh shit, I can do this in like 3, 4 weeks.
yeah,
I can save it. Okay, all right.
yeah. That's exact. So like, and that's the thing, man. Like with lumber prices going up, I didn't even really calculate that into this one, right? Because ultimately, if
Yeah,
you're tripping over, an extra $2,000 in lumber, you probably bought it wrong, right? Like
yeah,
you
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 probably
probably
bought it wrong.
you probably messed up somewhere, and that's all right, dude. Because like in this market, like if there was ever a time to flip a house, dude, personally, I think it's right now. Like straight up, it's right now because like
Right
you
now.
because you could be totally off on your rehab numbers and you can still make a profit, right? Because ultimately, the main goal in your first one,
Yes.
bottom line, is at least if you can break even, like so many lessons learned, you didn't lose money. If you make money, that's great.
Yeah.
Um, but right now, man, like houses are going for way over asking. There's nothing out there. So if you put
Yeah,
something
you
out there
can
that's
you
even
can throw
remotely,
you can throw anything out there at this point.
mm,
Like it doesn't even have to be like
mm,
pristine.
dude, there's a there's a house actually. So my sister's my there you go.
Hold
My
on, go ahead.
sister My sister's looking to buy a house, right? She put an offer in on a house. They were asking like 320. She offered 330, no seller help. And I was like, that's a pretty good offer. I was like, I feel like you might get it. They ended up getting 372 with no seller help, 50 grand, 52 grand more than what they were asking. This house was not in pristine shape. It was well in septic. It was not, the best looking house. So, man, like I said, like right now, like if you want to invest, man, and you can find what's remotely even close to a deal right now,
Yeah.
you're
And
you're going to be all right.
you know who's also banking right now?
Who's
Wholesalers
that?
that got good deals.
Man, 100%.
If you have, like, there's a couple guys we know. Actually, I'm not even, I think we know a mutual party. He's got a good little fishing hole. And I mean, shit, like if you can fish some deals right now, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
I think the thing now is like I've got so many, leads and contacts in my CRM, right, that I'm like trying to follow up with. And they all say the same thing. They're like, listen, if you don't give me what I want, I'll just list it on the market. And I'm like, listen, I was like, I'm not mad at you. I don't blame you. That's gonna
I don't
be
blame you.
that's gonna be your best bet. Typically, it's gotta be from someone that has a problem that you all have to solve. And that's even
Yes.
even in a buyer's market, it's the same thing. They have to have a problem they want to solve. So like hitting those, and I don't want to go off on what we were talking about, but like hitting those just like standard like high equity or free and clear list if you are marketing, it's a waste of time and it's a waste of money.
Even absentee owners are like,
The,
yeah,
well,
right.
it's got to be like it's got to be stacked, right? It's got to be like absentee with like tax delinquent or some sort of
Yeah.
lien or probate. It's got to be something like that. If it's just absentee, they're going to be even if it's absentee and vacant, dude. It's still they're like, dude, it'll rent immediately because the rental market's the same, right? You got a ton of rentals, right? So you're probably experiencing the same thing. You put a rental out there, you got tons of applicants.
Yes, bro. It's so crazy how the market goes. It's like when one side goes up, one side goes down, but they both coincide with each other. So like, yes, if you're a flipper, it's great for you right now. If you're a wholesaler and you can find good properties, that's great. But like we talked about, the list has to be so like specific and stacked to
Mm-hmm.
even work because your normal clientele, absentee, high equity, or just some basic clientele, they want they want the most because on the back
And
end, everybody's getting the most.
yeah, and that's so what I've been focusing on is like a stacked list, like things that are a little bit more niche. And what I've been doing, I mean, we could talk about this offline more. Is basically, I'll get however many skip
Yeah. Oh
trace.
yeah.
If it's 1,000 people, what I'll do is I'll go and check my software that can do this, and it'll basically, I'll want to check the people that I just skip traced, but have no numbers. No numbers came back, right? So then it's like 50 people. So if I didn't get the numbers, other people didn't get the numbers, but they're not tracking this. So I'm like, okay, these 50
They
people,
usually
let me
dump
try skip
those.
tracing them somewhere else. Right. So for me, I'm
Smart.
like, well, let me skip trace those
Smart.
again, right? Somewhere else. And let's say 10 come back, no numbers again. I'm like, okay, let me focus in on these 10 people. Let me try True People Search. Let me try advanced background checks. Let me try whatever, right?
That
If you still
is
can't get if you still can't get a hold of them, you're like, all right, let me send them some direct mail, right? 10 pieces of direct mail, that's like
yeah.
$5, right? And you
Yes.
know what? Let me go door knock these people. Let me go find out what the situation is. Let me search their obituary. Like, did this person pass away? Okay, they
Yeah,
did. Let me find their husband or wife, right? These people aren't being contacted, right? Because
they're not.
most of the time, if you have to do all this digging, people aren't going to do it. And like the big name people are just like skip tracing a list. All right, 1,000 people. All right, I got 3,000 numbers back, but 10
Yeah,
didn't have numbers. They're throwing them out,
they
dude,
throw
because
them
it's
out,
not. And those are probably the biggest laydowns that are like
bro.
easy houses that they want to give away.
I'll
So
tell you this.
that's what I'm
Um,
focusing on right now.
I just did that. Not that exact thing, because you just spoke about it as a system, kind of unintentionally, because I have
Hmm.
one of my rentals is next door to a vacant, and if everybody knows, I have this one problem rental that I'm trying to get up, right? It's like the one with the most reward, but it's been the biggest headache, right? And so the house next door is a vacant, board up. The roof is so bad it fucked up my house. Anyway, long story short, it's abandoned. Guy hasn't done anything with it in years. I've been trying to find him. Come to find out, the company that is listed under that is owned by the LLC, it actually is dissolved. And so, trying to talk to the guy, I'm like, okay, well, calling the company phone, no answer. So then I started calling. I managed to find the guy. I had to skip trace him through somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I found the guy's phone number, bunch of different phone numbers. This guy's got like so many like legal issues with money that he doesn't want to pick up the phone, obviously, from a random number. Long story short, I finally get in contact with him. And I had to find out where he works because I couldn't. He was so dodgy on the phone. I pulled up to his job. I pulled up to his. He opened a business down by the airport. I had to pull up to his business. I'm like, dude, hey, look. I'm trying to buy this house from you, man. And you're like my next door neighbor, and you're not doing crap with your house. Let me get
Let
it.
me buy it. Yeah.
Then he's like, well, dude, I don't even own it anymore. I tried to do the normal thing, hard money, renovate it, but my partner stopped paying the payments. Long story short, the hard money company took it back. I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense. Why would a hard money company take it back and not sell it off immediately?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Exactly.
He was
They
like,
want it off their books.
so he said this. He said, well, actually, they took it back, but it actually went back to the person who possesses the loan. Because, you know, as soon as you close, they sell those loans to
Immediately.
a larger. So he said, as soon as he closed, they sold that loan to some big bank, wherever. That's who owns the house. And so my trail stopped there.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude,
So
you got to track that down, bro.
bro, dog. So the crazy part is, I put in I put in a notice to the city like, hey, the porch roof is falling down. They came and took it down, and they're talking about demolishing the house now. I don't know. I got
Just let me buy it.
Yeah. Well. I found out who he got the hard money loan from, which was WCP. You know, Jared.
Yeah.
But he's moved. I've had to put feelers out. Hey, do you know who you sold this loan to like 2 years ago? You know, he's done a million deals. Basically, that's where I'm at right now. I'm still trying to.
Yeah.
But
dude,
that's the link you got to go to for like a hot deal that nobody's working.
Yeah. So basically, and I'm gonna give you one last thing here, and then I'm gonna take up all your time, bro, while you're talking to your audience. But we should connect afterwards, man. So
sure.
basically, there's it's called like you basically call it like go no go process. Basically, is what I was taught it as, and basically, you can do it on the front end, like I had said, and you can do it on the back end, right? So after you've called through a list 4 times, right? You have 1,000 people and 3,000 numbers. Well, what do you do with the 600 prospects and the 1,800 numbers that you didn't get a response for, right? Like most people are just like, screw it, getting rid of those. Well, why don't you text them, right? And make sure you're only texting mobiles and unknowns.
Right.
After you filter through that a few times, then you have 100 prospects left, say. Well, you need to start direct mailing them, right? Because you've called them 3 times, you've texted them 3 times.
Right.
You want to direct mail these guys, right? Most people are just like, screw it, not a deal, not a deal, not a deal. The last thing I'll say, man, is when you talk about like deep prospecting like that, there's a guy that's in like the like one of the masterminds that I'm in. Basically, kind of the same thing, right? Track down this guy for this house in Texas, but the owner lived in Australia. So he was like, well, dude, he was like, well, like what am I going to do? So he found the guy's address. He found a local Pizza Hut near him, bought a pizza, and left a note inside the box saying, here's my name. I'm looking to buy this house that you own here. At a minimum, can you please call me on Skype, like an international Skype number that he got so this guy can call him. At least call me and let me know. And I know he ended up calling the guy and like letting him know what the deal was. I don't know if he ever bought it or not. But if you're not willing to go to those type of lengths, right, you're not going to get these deals. And there's like the dude that I just said that about, he's done tons of things like that. Like he found someone's like wife on Facebook. A guy passed away, found his wife, sent her a, slid into her DMs, right? She didn't respond back. And then he like commented on one of her posts and like, hey, this is my name. Please check your DMs. I sent you a message. And she was like, what is it concerning? And he's like, about so-and-so's estate. And she's like, okay, I'll reply back to you now. So like, you
Oh,
cannot be scared to like slide in people's DMs, comment on their post, man, and do anything because we live in a world where like all that info is at your fingertips, man. So if you're not finding a deal, and I can say this right because like I haven't found a deal recently, but if you haven't found a deal, it's because you're not trying hard enough, like straight up.
yeah, yeah, and that's
Yeah,
real.
dude, it's insane, man. Crazy stuff, but man, I don't want to take up all your time. I know you got good stuff to give these guys. I want to hop on, man, and you know shoot the junk with you, and
Oh,
but man,
look,
let's meet up again, man. Let's have some stogies
for
and some
sure.
drinks, man.
Look, I got a couple 30-year anniversary cohitas, man.
Yeah, dude, let's do it, man. But hey, man, anytime you want me on, man, to shoot the crap, man, you
Oh,
know I'm about it. Love what you're doing, bro.
easy, man, easy. Every Thursday, baby. You already know where I'm
Yeah.
at.
All right, man. All right, I'll
All
see
right,
you,
man.
bro.
Peace. Oh man, that was powerful. Woo, guys, you guys got a wealth of knowledge there. A whole bunch of people popped in here. Damn. Listen here, guys. Let me tell y'all. That's my boy Mike. Me and Mike came up the same way. Came up the same way in these streets. Acquisition managers. Well, really, we were doing nothing. Well, working regular jobs. And we started working with investors. Then we branched out and started doing our own thing. So, yeah, Mike's got a wealth of knowledge too. He's gone on and started doing his own thing, and obviously you can see he knows what he's talking about, and that's why me and Mike click because we're both acquisition guys. So it's like we know how to hunt for deals. I have ever since I started doing my business, I have not been starved for a deal. Um, know how to find them, right? You know how to find them. Got to be persistent. You got to do the same thing every day. Got to know how to talk to people. Got to be willing to go out and meet people. Got to be able to talk and get not be afraid of rejections at the dinner tables. Get deals. Oh my gosh, we both got stories. I got stories, but like what Mike was talking about is being persistent and going after these deals, these off-market deals. Now, a lot of you guys, when you guys watch this show, you guys are still working on your first house, and you might be looking at buying something on the market. But here's the thing: like on the market is one thing. Off the market is completely other beats, right? And when I talk to you guys and I say the best deals are off market, by far they are off market, right? Um, but off market deals come with persistence. You got to be persistent. You got to be targeted. You got to know what you got to know what you want. Got to know what you're doing. But you also just have to go do it, right? And so when people say, "All right, cold call," you should cold call this many leads a day. Well, cold call this many leads a day, right? And do it every day. When it comes to you should do X, whatever it is, whatever your marketing source, you need to do it every single day. Right now, do I do that now? No, because I literally run this business from the front to the back. I spend more time in the field now than I do on the front end, which is fine because again, I'm not overloading myself. But at some point, I will be expanding and hiring some folks to take on some things. But at this point, when it comes to like when I do ramp my marketing back up again, yeah, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be basically stalking people to get deals. That's what you got to do. All my best deals have all been off market. All my deals have actually been off market. I haven't bought a deal since I started doing my own thing on market yet. And I just bought my first deal from a wholesaler, my very first one. I've never bought a deal from somebody else outside of what I've produced on my own marketing, negotiating, and XYZ. And that is where I've created these quote unquote home run deals, right? And I haven't even told you guys. I've refied, I've done the Bird strategy. If you guys are familiar with the Bird strategy, where you buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat. Yes, all the R's. If you do the Bird strategy right, you can make a lot of money. And yes, that's what I do. So when you refinance and you get that refinance check and it says, 30K, 40K, 70K, that's all based on negotiation skills on the very front end. So I say all that to say, I'm not telling y'all that that's what I be making. I'm not telling y'all that. Y'all know I don't tell y'all financials, and I don't tell you how many houses I got. No. But what I am saying is this. You can create your own home run deals on off-market properties. So that tidbit. Anyway, whew, that was powerful. Guys, did you guys like that? I like that. I definitely enjoyed that. We gotta have my boy Mike on more often. It's not a lot of us out here that's doing a damn thing. Let me see. We got a couple people that was up in here the whole time. Who we got? Devontae, Milan brother, my fiance. She was on here. I don't know if she's still on here. Dr. Tyler Dalton, Persona. Hello. 5-star Nick, the Oliver Perry, Kylie King, Brent, what's up? Facts. Ice Cap Group, what's going on? Invest with Rick T Money Biggs. Oliver Perry says, wow, that is wild. Yes, it was wild. Justin Heem, what's going on? Don Gildino, hello. Wizzy Be Good, what's going on? My Dallas found. Country Crafts 19 was good. That's a hell of a move. John Rain 1, what's going on, John Rain 1? Bro, buying pieces, sheesh. Acito 1911. So, yes, appreciate all you guys for showing up. This is the 1-year anniversary of the real estate Q&A session that I've done. Woo! And if you guys go back and look at episode 1, I am in this same very room. No, actually, no. I'm actually upstairs. But I was in this same very house while I was being renovated, and now it's fully renovated. I've been doing my show in here since then. So, all that to say, it's been a journey. It's been a journey, and the growth has been immense. I am a lot more comfortable talking to you guys, and I got some loyal people that rock with me, right? And I know what public perception. Oh, well, you've been doing it for a year. You started. It's all cute. You had 2 or 1 people. How many people do you have now? Shit. Anywhere between 2 to 7, 8 people a show. The same people that's been rocking with me. You want to grow? That'll be fine. But I'm perfectly fine with the people that are here right now that rock with me and have been rocking with me every single day. Because you know why? You guys can be doing a whole bunch of other crap. You guys will be doing a whole bunch of other crap. Every Thursday, you guys show up. You show out. You screenshot me. You post me to your story. You comment in here. You question. And you could be doing a bunch of other. You could be on Clubhouse. You know what I'm saying? But you guys come here every Thursday. And that is so amazing to me. So, again, that's why, when I get, when I get those kind of questions, no, I don't care. I'd rather it be a room full of 5 real people that show up every week, right, and actually want real value than for it to be a bunch, 100 people that when I go to Clubhouse rooms, it'd be 100 people, people want to go in there and if you're in this audience or stage, they want to come up and talk about what they do, right? No. Y'all here, y'all are actually here. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all have actually done deals. AJ No Free, he's been here multiple times. I don't know if he's in here today, but if he watches this episode, guess what? He's been in here. He's been rocking, and next thing you know, he's DMing me, asking me questions. I answered him questions. Next thing you know, this dude got a deal. He closed on a house. Sneaker Fee's another one. Sneaker Fee's been in here rocking since day one, asking questions, and she's DM'd me before saying, look, I got how to approach this house, how do I approach this house, this loan. Look, you guys have all benefited and gained something out of the body of work that I put in front of you guys. And this is why I do this. I don't do it for myself. I do it for you guys. That's why. Perfect example, right? If you thought it was a joke, I give you a perfect example why I do this for y'all, and it's not for myself and the glitz and the glamour. What have I been saying for the past couple weeks? In fact, the past couple months. Today was going to be a grand day. What is it? It ain't. There ain't no sparkles flying. There ain't. It is the same thing y'all been getting, and that's because guess what? It doesn't have to be this. I don't have to have this thing be grandiose. I don't need it to be. Don't have to be. As long as y'all come in here, y'all ask y'all questions, y'all get value. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Oliver Perry says, "Congrats." Kyler King gives me the arm emoji. Thank you guys. Much appreciated. Oliver Perry, also a great guy. Y'all go check out his page, Mellow, the other day. He's got some great content. Definitely give him a follow. Stand-up guy. Sneaker Feed says, I started a process for the FHA loan, but it had to be paused because my funds wasn't seasoned. Learning point, right? Where sup to resume the end of the we're supposed to resume at the end of the month, but I didn't hear back and decided to go with another lender. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's what I'm talking about. Lender, now the original lender is calling back because she was out of the office. Should I let her know or just leave it? Listen, here's one philosophy that my father told me that I've stuck with it and held with it. I just tend to do it, right? It sticks with me. And don't chase. I shouldn't have to chase you to spend my money. I shouldn't have to chase you to spend my money. Because if I'm going to spend my money, it's going to be with somebody that wants to provide a service and wants to help me, not somebody that I have to chase down and keep calling, no answer, keep leaving messages. No. My money ain't good enough for you to call me back. My money ain't good enough for you to tell me in an email that, hey, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, you can let her know. In fact, let her know you're talking to other lenders. Simple. Hey, can you beat this? Can you beat this rate? Can you provide something better than what they got to offer? Right? You can let her back in, but let her know you're also shopping lenders. We ain't got time to be waiting on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Right now, because guess what also is happening? Interest rates are creeping back up. That's a fact. So back in the fall, where people was getting 2.0s at 1.8 interest rates, guess where they are now? They're not there anymore. They're starting to creep back up. They started creeping back up in January. Slowly. February, slowly. And if interest rates get to a high enough point, guess what that's going to do? That's going to price some people out of being able to buy a house. So can we afford to wait on anybody? Especially lenders when there's a million of them? No. No. There's a million lenders out here, and she ain't the only one. You know what I'm saying? She is not the only one. Sneaker Fang, if I was you, I'd let her know, hey, this, hold on, guys. I'm looking up. Come on. Snap. Dang it. You know what I'm saying? Snap. Hold on, guys. Dang, I need a light. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. All right, I'm back. Yes, we're live. All right, so so you know what? Actually, Elena, can you bring me a iPhone block, please? An iPhone block. Yeah, but you got it's the one with the special jack on it. Look on the counter. There's a block that's hold on. There's a block that's charging the ring charger. You can just take that one off. I love my fiance. I'm trying to get some light in here, so I got these this. Hold on, guys.
You are ridiculous.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're live right now.
No, I know.
Oh, you're watching me. Oh. That's a real one. All right. Lights, Camera. Action. Bam, boy. Oh, snap. Okay, that's a little better. All right. Turn that down right there. Woo. Woohoo. Y'all like the soft light right here? Or that light? Or a blend of both? Either way, okay, let me stop playing. All right. So yeah, so I don't even know what I was talking about. This is real estate Q&A session. 1 year anniversary. If y'all didn't know, Sneak Face says exactly. I'm very patient. If she would have let me know, I would have waited. But I sent numerous emails and nothing. So listen, Sneaky Feed, stop all that. No, there's too many lenders out here. I don't know if this is your friend or whoever, but there's too many lenders out here to be waiting, right? You know what I'm saying? Don't be commenting. Don't be commenting on my stuff. Anyway, there's too many lenders out here for you to be waiting for, somebody that's doing whatever the case may be, because interest rates are rising, and the same rate that you get today, you might not be able to get tomorrow, right? And so every day that goes by, you have to, you just got to treat it with, because there's what Mike said the other day. What Mike said earlier in the show is there's not really that many deals out here. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be in the market to play, right? The only way you can play is with that pre-approval. Until you get a pre-approval, nobody is really going to take you serious. So, your job, let's lend out some responsibility to Schnickerfield this week. And I challenge you by next week's session, to have another lender with a pre-approval. In fact, you can go get a pre-approval tonight. You can go to rocketmortgage.com and get a pre-approval tonight. I just want to see one pre-approval. I don't even need to see it. I just need to know that you got it. So everybody that's watching right now, all 4 of you guys, next week, we're going to be right here on this show, and we're going to say, hey, Sneaker Feed, where's that pre-approval? By the way, the day Sneaker Feed buys a house, I'm probably going to send her a bottle of champagne. It's going to be the cheapest kind, but it's still going to be a token of my, I think I said it, gratitude, appreciation, whatever it is. But celebration for Sneaker Feed. Thank you. Listen, don't mess around. Just go ahead and get that pre-approval, because that's the only thing that's really stopping right now. Once you get that pre-approval, you can go make offers. You can go see houses. You can go, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can go do a bunch of stuff. So do that. All right? Do that. Do that for us. Somebody else, AJ No Free. I know he's not here, but he bought a house. He came up here. He's lurking in the comment section. He was here rocking for a couple weeks, actually off and on, hitting the DMs. Next thing you know, Buddy popped out with a house. And I had to get that man his props. That day on the show, he popped up in here talking about our clothes, and I had to show that man his love. So, Sneaker Fan, you're on the cuffs. You're next. Come on, we gotta get y'all. We gotta put some keys in y'all hands. That's what we got. We gotta put some keys in y'all hands. Y'all show up here every week. That's the most gratifying thing for me, is knowing that there is progress. There is appreciating what I'm giving. I give a lot of little nuggets. Do it for y'all, right? So again, this is the 1 year anniversary. These lights just came on, and it makes me feel like I should go a little bit longer. What do y'all want to talk about? I don't know. It's 8 o'clock, and I ain't ate yet. But if y'all give me another topic, then I will talk. But if not, I'm gonna go eat, because it is 8 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock, and I ain't eaten nothing yet. But outside of that, so while we wait for another topic to come in or a question, if you didn't already do so, shout the show out. This is our 1 year anniversary. Shout the show out, right? And that includes you, Sunny_design. Where you at? Sunny_design. That includes you. You're not exempt. Everybody else, you guys have shouted out the show once or twice. Uh, yeah, Elena needs to shout the show out. Talk market analysis, but don't get beat up by the queen for not eating. Oh no, no, I don't know. Is she cooking? I don't know if she cooking. Market analysis. Market analysis in what way? And also, this contact right here has been blowing me all day, and I want to take it out. There's another. Oh, my God, this show. This thing has been killing me all day. But yes, market analysis. So what do you mean? Are you talking about evaluating deals? Give me some context, brother. Give me some context. Give me some context, because we evaluate deals in all different ways. And sometimes, guys, like the way I evaluate a deal is pretty simple. I think I've given that equation before. It's pretty simple, but it also what I also don't want to be naive to is the fact that deciding where you want to invest. Interesting. So deciding where I want to invest. I spent a lot of time on these streets, like driving. I literally I've driven my truck had I've only owned my truck for a year and a half, and I already have 22,000 miles on it, maybe 24,000 miles on it. I like to think that's a lot in a year and a half's time frame. I do a lot of running around. So for me, and I'm trying to imagine, not even imagine. Okay, so for me, I know these areas, right? I don't know them like the back of my hand, but certain areas I know like with the back of my hand, right? I know that this is a good area for rentals. I know this is a good area for flips. I know this is a good area for both, right? So for me, it's not some really intricate, detailed research thing, right? You'll have some folks that say, all right, well, before I invest in a specific area, I've looked at this, I've looked at city plans, I've looked at, what this developer's doing. Oh, this person got awarded this amount of money. Rightfully so. That happens. That's a way to analyze whether or not an area is a specific good area for you or not, right? And there's preferences for everybody. Everybody has their investment preference, right? Everybody knows. I don't want to hear nobody say anything. Faith just joined in. Ask Faith what my favorite area to invest in is. Bel Air Edison, right? I like that area. That's just the area I know, all right? It's just like the area. For multiple reasons. But when it comes to deciding where to invest, I suggest starting out with one zip code. Start out with one zip code or three. Start with 3 zip codes, because if you don't know anything, it's like, shit, where do I invest? You got a whole city to look at too, right? And if you guys know Baltimore, street by street, you could either you can be out here and caught myself. You perfect example. I'll give you a perfect example. I was showing I did catch myself. I was about to give y'all too much information. Anyway, in fact, I was out with a client over the weekend. Showed at my house in where? Bel Air Edison. Right? Bel Air Edison. Just so I happened to be on the other side of Bel Air Edison, and great, ugly house, horrible house actually. It was trash, but very close to all the other places where I usually do stuff at. Whatever, it's in Bel Air Edison. Cool, yeah. So 2 days later, I get a notification on my Citizens app. A lady got shot and killed right in front of that house the very next day. So you can be in specific areas and not know specific areas. You can invest on one block and there's the next block is that's just how Baltimore is, right? And just so happened we happen to be in an area of Bel Air Edison that wasn't the nicest. Gosh, just So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that the more you drive around, the more you're involved, the more you're engaged, the more you spend time in specific zip codes or specific neighborhoods, you'll get an idea of whether this is a place you want to invest or not, right? Can you walk around that area? Do you feel comfortable? Not everybody's, there's such thing called street comfortability, comfortability, comfortability. You know what I'm saying? The way I came up and what I'm comfortable being around might be different from you, right? And if you're in a city like Baltimore, there's levels to this crap, right? There's levels to this. And I have a family FaceTime that's going on right now. There's levels to this stuff, right? And you can, I like to say Baltimore is all hood, right? Or, you know, to a degree, scale of 1 to 10. My threshold, right, might be up to level 8. You know what I'm saying? Other people's thresholds might be, you know, 4. And I will tell you this. The place where we were at in Bel Air, Edison, where the lady got shot and killed the very next day when we was looking at a potential house flip, that was like a level, that was like a level 3 or 4. So, again, you got to understand there are levels to this Baltimore stuff, right? And deciding on where you want to invest. What's your street comfort threshold, right? Because you do know if you are flipping a house, you have to spend some time coming to that house, right? You do know if you have a rental, well, I'm not going to say that because some people buy out of state and they never really show up there, and you have a property manager and a GC to handle everything. They're all out of state. I get it. Okay. But for the most part, we're talking for the people that are actually going to buy a house and try to do a little bit of renovating and then put tenants inside. Hey, yeah, you're going to have to pull up to that house, right? Are you okay walking there at night? That's all on you, right? I don't know where y'all came from. I don't know y'all upbringing. I don't know how comfortable y'all are. I don't even know if y'all strapped, right? I walk around strapped every day, right? Because I don't know where. I don't know. You know, Baltimore crazy. This is a crazy place. But I love the city. I love it. But anyway, so yeah, deciding where you're going to invest takes a lot. Like, there's a lot that goes into it. You know, you obviously want to invest in an area that has activity. So reach out to a realtor and look at recent comps. Hey, what's sold in the last 6 months? How many ongoing sales does this particular zip code have? How many houses are in the market? What are the median price ranges that they're selling for or being listed at? How many days? What's the average days on markets these houses are sitting on the market? What's the average rent rates in the area for 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-room, bathroom? Like, all these questions you should be asking, right? If you're a little bit more calculated. I'm not calculated. I'm not saying I wasn't calculated when I came up with where I wanted to start buying. I kind of just was like listening to where everybody else was doing buying, listening to the streets, right? And then also seeing, physically being there, right? There's some areas in Baltimore, sorry. Yet. There's some areas where it's like, damn, I wish I could invest there, you know. But then there's other areas that's like, I can find myself right here in this sweet spot with these price ranges that fit so well, with these rent rates that coincide too, that allow me to not only just rent because the population here has, you know, but has a lot of renters, and it also has a lot of homeowners. And when it comes to products, a lot of the homeowners are of older age, which means that they might be transitioning to a smaller space at some point in time. So there is product here if I wanted to just keep my marketing focus. See, it's that detail. It's that detail. Yeah, the Oliver Perry gives a laughing emoji face, says levels. Yes, there are levels to this. There are levels to this. Devorah _XL, what's going on? Tershani, Ashley, hello. How you doing? Hello, everybody. So, guys, if this is your first time here, this is the Real Estate Q&A Sessions 1-year anniversary. We've been doing this for every single week, every Thursday for 1 whole year straight. If that doesn't make you excited and happy for me and for you, then I don't know why you're here. flutter the hearts, do something, but show some love because it is not easy doing something for 1 year straight every single week, right? Sometimes you guys, it's hard enough doing something every single day besides breathing and drinking and eating, right? And walking and talking. You do that every day. But doing something every single week and committing to it, I've never moved a date. I've never moved a date. You guys know that because you guys have been here since day one. Shout out to all my day ones out there. It's a lot of y'all. Some that I can just name off the top of my head. Don't call me Joe, Sneak Thing, AJ No Free, Faith's been rocking, Oliver Perry. I know you just kind of got hit to the game, but you've been rocking with me. Who else, man? It's Run DMC. She came in for a hot little minute, held me accountable on the YouTube tip. Keneal's always popping up, showing love. It's a bunch of you guys, man, and I love the fact that you guys have been here, showing out, rocking out, asking your questions, even if it's just here. And also shout out to the people that can't show up and listen. Go back and listen to these episodes because they're posted on my feed every single week. The one person I do know is Corey. I can't remember his name, his handle, but Corey. Speaking to that gentleman, he told me, he said, yeah, I run a dentistry and I don't have time to tune in and watch your show during the daytime, but best believe when I get off work, I put it on and I take my notes. That's real. That's real. I appreciate that. That's why I don't care. I don't need to have 100 people up in here. I just need to hear that. Right? That's what keeps me going. That's why I do this every Thursday, because you guys expect it to happen every Thursday. And because the expectations have been set, and because that was the whole purpose of this, I now have to make sure I do this every Thursday. Every Thursday, guys. Every Thursday. So, while I put a bow on this, guys, if you haven't done so, screenshot this, post to your story, let folks know what we're doing, but also show me some love. Give me some congratulations, right? Show me some congratulations. 1 year. Oh, snap. I thought I broke one of my, leaves off my aloe plant. Anyway, yeah, this contact right here, this one right here, this boy is bad, and I need to get it out now. So we're gonna end on that note. I like to keep it funky with you guys, and plus I need to eat. And it's also almost 8:15. Titan's barking, and my blinds are still open. And yeah. So anyway, guys, screenshot this, post to your story, let folks know what we're doing, give us some congratulations. Hey, 1 year anniversary. Woo! I am updates on the YouTube channel. I did get the YouTube channel started, and I did hire some. I said this last week. No, 2 weeks ago. I said it 2 weeks ago. I said I was going to hire somebody to go on my IG and download every single video, 53, whatever video, all of my episodes, and upload them so I can put them on YouTube. So, guys, it's coming. The YouTube channel is coming with all of the content available at your disposal, because we all know, me and Oliver Perry talked about this the other day, Instagram is not how should I say it? Instagram is not a place for you to go and watch long videos, hour-long videos, to consume content, to rewind, pause, back. No, the Instagram is a great platform for keeping your attention for 5 seconds. And thank God you guys have been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. I don't know how you guys do it. You guys love me or something. I don't know what it is. But Instagram's just not the place for that. So to make it more, how should I say, consumer friendly for you guys to watch hour-long shows, or just, make it easier. YouTube is a place for that. YouTube is also YouTube University, and I consider my content educational. And so it's better for you to go watch these shows or the older shows on YouTube. Trust me, If you can't sit, if you can, you will find what you're looking for within 55 hours or 54 or 53 hours worth of content. That's what I have right now. That's what happens when you shoot something every single week for a year. Anyway, all right, it's time for me to go. A lot of repair says, let's go, systems. Yes, systems. I did hire somebody to do that for me. And we're going to do some more hiring because we got some more things to do, right? That grand show you guys are thinking about, the one that I was talking about for the past couple months, saying it was going to be today, it's coming. It's coming. Just give me some time. I keep saying that. I need you guys to help push me out my comfort zone, right? That's you guys are the reasons why I have a YouTube channel now. You guys are the reason why I had to extract all my videos and put them and start to put them on YouTube. You guys I need some pushing too, right? I don't know everything. I'm just an average guy, right? So I need accountability. You guys get what I'm saying. Anyway, time to go. This eye is about to fall out. And I hope you guys enjoy the 1 year anniversary. If you guys are somewhere, take a nice drink, take a nice sip, and enjoy yourselves because we made it to 1 year for real estate Q&A sessions. I'm out. Peace, love, happiness. Also, remember, this weekend is Mother's Day. This weekend is Mother's Day. Hold on, my mat right there. She's right there. Yeah, I was gonna have a picture. Anyway, this week is Mother's Day. Do something nice for your mother, right? For the mothers that are here, for the mothers that are not here, do something nice for your mother, right? Appreciate them, love them, not just on Mother's Day, every day. Appreciate the fact that they're here and you can physically touch them, hug them. Appreciate them, all right? Mama knows best, always. So anyway, outside of that, you guys, I'm gonna peace out, peace, love, and happiness. Titan just bulged in here. That's my cue. All right, buddy.